Time up desu? What do you mean time up desu? What? What do you mean the time's up? What time, dude? What the fuck? There's no time. What do you mean? What? Yo, what? Did I? What? Is it game over? What the fuck? What? I said, what I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. That stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. What is it? What is going on? Bro! I'm about to start the whole game again! I'm about to start the whole game again! Just because, like, I died, it's game over? And not from the beginning. Again. No, 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 no. Alright, 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 alright. Okay, it was just a... Whew, it was just a dream. I thought, oh my god. That was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Yes! First thing is to save the game, man. That's the first thing we do. Shit! As I watched the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of shit just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me. A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Whoa! Look at your head, man. Kyoko! You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. What did you just say about my hair? She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again. First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Yes! Fresh bread and water. My favorite food. Oh, thank you, man. I will enjoy it. That was tasty. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now, I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not! After all, the fact that I can't keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. What? Kyoko, tell me what's going on here, man? Why'd you come to rescue me? To pay debt or no? To atone? Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew. But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you. Just 1 second, I have to shut down my window because my neighbor are able to see how I'm moving hysterically with my arms while I'm doing the voices. Alright, so now I can play normally without being scared. Someone might watch me how cringe I am. But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive. Reaction! Why did you have to survive? Man, I wish I could do this in real life when someone's talking to me. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive is so that I can do what I came to do to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one Very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak? That's right. At least I did once. Once? Watashi wa. I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's impossible. I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Wow, I said that's impossible and now Makoto says it's impossible. Wow, that's cool. That's sounds like I'm the ultimate psychic. Oh my god. This is then is it really true? You lost your memory? Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted. I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here. I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect. Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that? Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because... I don't think I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. Why would they want to do that? And how? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you? And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you? If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What? Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself. I'm so dramatic. That being said, there was a... Whoa. I thought I was seeing a strange face in her face, if that makes sense. Never mind. That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. Why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. Because you stupid AF. I see. Your intuition was right. Though, there's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. But what if I am? I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen? Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right? Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others. I know, I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Talk to me! You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how did it turn out? Were you able to remember anything? I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. I don't have to do that because I already know that she has memory loss. I should look for other stuff maybe. That's a rocket and a tank. I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. No? Then I have to react on her purple saying? On her pink saying? Maybe I do. Man, something's wrong with her face, I swear. something doesn't feel right. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. Ultimate detective! Wow. And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find. Who was it? Headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's what? He's her dad. I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad. Hope's Peak's headmaster? That explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I find a way. No matter what it takes, I find the headmaster. What's going on? My memory had... She says watashi wa a lot of times, man. My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now. Of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto. I want to make this perfectly clear. So there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind. But I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there? The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right? Makoto's like a stupid cunt. That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map. It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and the key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check. And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmasters really did have a private room there. But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorm reaction. So, what was it like, the part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean? I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be importante and really ominous. What? No, talk again? Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up school's garbage pit? Come on, Kyoko, give me more infos. Which is why I had no idea of what was going on. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it? Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her? What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed? I stole the key and disappeared, and it retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. That was the point of the class trial. It was? Man, her face fucks me up. Something isn't right. The eyes are too wide separated from each other. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations? Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is someone bound by the school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Iksaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. Oh? It could have been you. Oh. I could have become the victim? You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... Yes. I was thinking about this right now, too. During that night. I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The Shinigami. That ability naturally drops me into cases just like this. Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away as I followed it. I saw the shadow go into your room. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately. Of course, sir! That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead. And the murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind. I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. Yeah, Makoto. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere. You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean? It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt. Man, I think just like Makoto, he just said what I said. There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. Oh, if you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. We're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever was responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair. That despicable group who's only... Oh! This group. Fenrir. No, Gunrir? Fenrir? It was Fenrir. They're the root of all evil. That is the ultimate despair. And that is a real enemy. Chapter 5. 1 million mile dash. Pain of Hajinchuriki food junkie. 6. Surviving students. Oh, to be continued, guys. You know what that means. See you next time.